You're tuning into.
You're now tuning into
Codename Z.
And welcome back, everyone.
Hello. Well, this is interesting. It's a little
Right,
different.
two times in 1 week.
Yes.
Wow, this show must really be paying our bills now.
Wish it was.
Right.
Woo.
So, Basil. Well, first, let's just introduce ourselves.
Yeah,
Get that
a
out the
quick
way.
little introduction, like we normally do.
I'm Tyrone,
And I am Basil.
and this is Codename
Codename
Z.
Z, the podcast.
Okay, or the Grind 'em Up hour. So I'm just stop.
We're going to be a little nicer because, oh, good Lord, what is happening in the world today?
Okay, Basil. Why did we convene for this special episode today?
You already know. So y'all, if y'all don't know, we both from Philly, and just as of recently, one of our lives, PnB Rock, was trigger warning, reportedly and in real life, killed, in California as of recent, and there has been a lot of conversation, to say the least, about basically everything that has happened, but specifically the conversation has strangely turned into blaming the girlfriend of PnB Rock. It wasn't Stephanie. I'm not even gonna attempt to say her last, but her name was Stephanie.
Right.
But yeah, so the conversation went from the obvious rest in peace, and this is kind of hurting everyone. Well, what's the reasoning why this happened, and now blaming the girlfriends because of the fact that she posted.
Right.
So first, what do we think about this? I have some words.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin because it honestly frustrated me so bad. Now, for one, if this is the conversation maybe that you're having in private, like, dang, maybe she shouldn't have posted it, blah blah blah, yada yada. Okay, that's one thing. But then to be getting on a public platform and in a space where you know that she can see these things and publicly bash this girl who just watched her boyfriend be murdered in cold blood in front of her. She just experienced something traumatic. She just lost someone that she loved. And then get on the internet and tell this girl that you're the reason that your loved one died. I mean, first of all, everybody up there was posting about common sense about not posting your location. Where's your common sense and common decency to not tell someone who just lost a family member that they're the reason for their family member's death? Like,
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to, first of all,
it's so ignorant.
I'm trying to figure out, first of all, the conversation turned to blaming this girl immediately. Like, when I tell you it was news of it popped out, and like maybe a few hours later, everyone's on this thing of, oh, if she didn't post his location, he would still be. First of all, you don't even know that. First of all, there could be literally no again. What is it? What is the word? But correlation is not
causation.
Yeah, correlation does not equal causation. So the equation is not she posted it, someone saw it, he was honestly, I mean, those events happened. I mean, someone might have seen it, but we don't know if the person who did it has seen it. But yes, she posted it. Those are the only two facts that we have right now. Unless the person who did it comes forward or whatnot, and right now I don't see, was someone arrested for it or something? I didn't look that deep into it. I'm just more onto the other. I'm on the article that we're going to talk about in a second about one of my faves. But there's no proof unless this person said, "Oh yeah, specifically, I looked at Stephanie's post and saw he was at the so and so chicken and waffle house, and that's why I went down there." No, this is what everybody's assuming. But however, that is so, like, imagine with this girl. First of all, like you said, she's witnessed her boyfriend get shot and killed, and what I'm hearing is because he was a jewelry. He was wearing a Cuban link, which is type of jewelry
Yeah, he had
brands.
expensive jewelry
And
on,
I
and
think
apparently he posted pictures.
the person who shot him took the I heard in the video. I didn't watch the video or whatever. I think there's a video
Yeah, me
surfacing
either.
of everything happening, and obviously I'm not even going to attempt to look. Um, but I mean, there could have been a reason for that, and then I know the other reason. A lot of people was saying that the place that specifically where they were at was an area of California, which I mean, California is not what you think you see on TV and whatnot. Like California, just like
Yeah.
every other city, state, or what else, has its dangerous areas. So of course he might have been, you're in a dangerous area, you have Cuban links on, you do kind of make yourself the target for something to happen to you. Not saying that, again, you should be able to go outside with what you want to wear and
Right.
not be at risk of being killed for it. Blame on him, because it's the shooter's problem. But
Right.
it's the fact
Right.
that everyone's like blaming this girl, and it's so many dissertations on the internet of people with these tweets and these Facebook posts and whatever else, and these TikTok about, oh my god, it's their fault because of X, Y, and Z, and I know this and this. And it's like, let's be quite honest, because like, we don't know anything. I know y'all don't know anything. If y'all did know something, go to the police about it, since you know something, so you know so much. Specifically
Right.
he looked on, Stacy got bands, Instagram, so and so. Again, PnB Rock was a well-known rapper. People would just see him and be like, oh,
Right.
that's
Right.
PnB Rock. If you know who that is, you would just see him and be like, oh,
Right.
okay,
He wasn't
cool.
invisible before this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, like it's not like he's not me. Like, nobody knows me, but it's like that people know him, so celebrity. But again, it's like, dang, you can't even go to a place. But it's like the fact that y'all immediately turn to blaming this girl for, basically having it up, quote unquote, is horrible. You don't know what she's going through. And like, again, you have to put it back to think about your family. If something happens, and okay, for instance, let's say your grandmother stays with you, right? You go out to work or
right.
whatever, grandma falls down the step. Should I go to you and start blaming you? Well, you shouldn't have went to work today, and she wouldn't have fell down the step. That's not the person's fault. That was a mistake on the grandma's case, and then but you wouldn't want somebody coming at you being like, "Well, it's all your fault that this happened because you did this and you went to work. Why would you go to work and you knew grandma?" Excuse. So why are y'all
Right.
sitting here blaming this young girl about something that really, really wasn't even the biggest of the issue? Like, again, you should be able to post. Well, she posted his location. Like, y'all don't post locations all the time. If y'all see any type of
Right.
rapper anywhere, y'all definitely will take a picture with them and tweet, "Oh, uh, NBA YoungBoy is in the fashion district right now." Da, da, da. Y'all post celebrity locations as well. So I'm trying to figure
Right.
out when, because y'all
Yeah,
be TikTok
and
it, tweeting it, and everything else.
right.
So I'm
And
trying to
that's
figure
what I'm
out why
saying.
it's different
Like,
when she does it.
I hate when people do this thing. It's when a lot of times when tragedies happen or things happen, I hate when people victim blame one, because first of all, you're taking all that fury that was in tweets from celebrities and stuff, all that anger really should have been primarily geared towards these people who continuously feel like they can just go out and take people's lives, whether it's to rob them, whether because they're mad at what they say, whatever the reason. That's where all the anger should be, because first and foremost, when you constantly try to yell at a person because they quote unquote wasn't moving right with how things are nowadays, you're once again letting you're it's kind of like putting a band-aid over the problem. As long as the problem is still there, this is still going to be an issue, because first of all, fact of the matter is, regardless of locations, like you were saying, these people are celebrities. You are a celebrity. Anywhere you go, regardless if you post your location or not, unless you're wearing a full disguise, someone can easily be like, "Oh my gosh, X, Y, and Z. Beyonce is at this location. Oh my gosh, Nicki Minaj is at this location." You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. First of all, even when you do, say you do an appearance, a paid appearance somewhere, you can't hide that. You publicize for weeks that you're going to be somewhere. So if that's the case, if someone comes and unfortunately tries to rob and kill you, is that now your fault? because you posted that you were going to be at Club Onyx on Friday. I hope not Club Onyx, but Club Onyx on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or that you were going to be at the VMAs on Sunday. And so, so I'm like, first of all, it's so irritating. Like, let's start focusing all of our anger on the actual issue at hand. Because first of all, at the end of the day, it's no one fault that this man is dead, but the people who came in and shot him. And unless for some reason the police investigation finds out for some reason that she set him up or that she was involved with it, then that could be start to blame her. But if that's not the case, which it
Yeah.
doesn't look
Then
like
we
so
can get the
far,
dissertation.
then right, then it shouldn't be a conversation, especially like I said in a public sphere like that where
At
she can see
all.
that.
And like,
Like,
like, my goodness, the body is not cold yet, and y'all immediately went to let's blame this woman about this because why would she do X, Y, and Z? Are
right,
you serious, everybody?
right. And like I said,
Like,
people post their locations
all the
the same people up
time.
there. I see them posting locations, and then okay, they're not celebrities, but what else do people always do? They love stunting. So you posting your location at wherever in Miami, and then your next post is your Gucci slides or your next post is your Rolex. You're putting
Yeah.
yourself in the same situation. So now someone shoots and kill you, you're an idiot. You should be deserved to be blamed for your
Yeah.
death. Like
Go
what?
blame your family about this? Like, should we go? So
Right,
if something happens, you start posting your all this money, chains, and whatever you got, and then something happens to you. Should I start going up to your mom and dad and be like, why would y'all let your son do this? No.
right.
Should I go
Mm-hmm.
make your family feel worse? Should I go make your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever feel worse? Because again, blame the person who did it.
Right.
And, you know,
Right.
it drives me nuts because people always do this thing. It reminds me of when a guy cheats on a girl and a girl gets mad at the other girl. Get mad at your boyfriend as well, because that's the two.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And most times, the other girl does not even know you exist, sis. But it's like
Right.
all this misplaced anger going her for what? So all this misplaced y'all be mad at the person who did it. Be mad at the person who actually committed the crime.
Right.
Here, if that comes out where okay, the girlfriend did set him up, okay, then okay, I'm not telling you because I don't sue me. I'm not telling y'all to go attack her, but then I want to about why she's such a bad person. But right now, you don't know exactly what this girl's going through. Had it not been a setup or whatever y'all want to start bringing together, you know, because you already know what I'm about to say. So before y'all
Right.
start bringing all these things together and start trying to connect it up, all this kind of stuff, let's wait and see what happens. Let's mourn the
Right.
death of a rapper. Let's play his music and celebrate the life that he did bring us.
Right.
Not like he was an inspirational person for a lot of people. So let's do the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start celebrating. Let's not immediately go into anger and immediately go into who's to blame. On paper, the only person right now to blame is the murderer. That's
Right.
it. You
Exactly.
can't blame the
And that's
chicken
what
and
I'm saying. That's
waffles
all that's been
restaurant. You
happening.
can't blame the girlfriend. You can't blame California.
Right. And that's all that should have been happening. All the only thing that should have been on that internet these past few days was condolences and tributes. That's the only thing. And also, how about saying a prayer for her who probably is like extremely traumatized from a traumatic event that just
Yeah,
happened. Like
she
I'm not
witnessed a full shooting
oh
in front of her.
human
Like,
decency. The
and then
human
the thing too, a
decency
lot
in
of
this.
people were saying he go out with like again, and even blaming him. Why would he go out with no security? A lot of people, when you're a celebrity, don't want to go out with security. Like one day, like I can imagine he's probably in his house, like waffles. Stephanie, you want to come with me? I don't need security. Let's just go have a good old meal and kind of be back to normal. And
Right.
not blaming the dead. Not y'all blaming why didn't
Right.
he have security around him, and why didn't he this, and this?
And
Like,
like I'm saying,
should we have a full on the ceiling and then on the roof because he want to go get some chicken
right.
and waffles? Can he not just jump in the car and go get some chicken and waffles?
Right. And like I said, if you because first of all, Nicki Minaj posted a lot of stuff similar about the girlfriend I didn't
Yeah, I was gonna say
agree with,
we're gonna get into
but
Onika in a second.
there were points in her tweet. I'm not like I'm saying I'm not saying anything in her tweet was necessarily incorrect. all I'm talking about really primarily is human decency and timing. And I remember, I think she tweeted something to the effect that I don't care, it's never a right time. It's the time that it's the time right now. But what I'm saying is, first of all, if you want to have a conversation about safety in general for anyone, but particularly, I don't know, wealthy people or rappers, especially
Mm-hmm.
people who are new to money, I think that that is maybe a good conversation. Like, okay, how to navigate a digital world and a world that's unfortunately affected. I hear Pepper in the background.
Yeah,
I think
Pepper's
she's
making an
upset about
appearance.
this.
Pepper's talking to everybody, and I need her to stop talking to everybody. Thank you.
But like I'm saying, like these are conversations. I feel like how this conversation could have went. At least, like I said, this whole for now being it should just be condolences for the girlfriend, positivity, and then maybe later down the line, if you want to have, like for example, she has her own show. Maybe there could have been an episode or portion on her show a little later down the line, or even maybe in a few weeks to talk about the situation, and maybe she could have talked about safety, like like I know like everyone likes to do X, Y, and Z, but sometimes you have to really be careful because I think it's also how you frame it. Like I think there was even a way to frame that conversation without
Without
still
making it so
putting the whole
accusatory.
blame of death, yeah, on her. Like it could have been like an overall thing, like admit that everyone does it, and then be like, but you just got to really be careful because I don't want to see this happen to anyone else. But to just be like that dumb broad, well, she didn't say that, but I saw a post
Oh my
like that.
gosh.
That dumb broad, she's stupid, blah, 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 blah. And then first of all, logic. Oh, the logic just don't be logic. And I saw someone post this person. He's on TikTok, and he made a tweet saying, first of all, he was just talking about being wrong. He was like, I don't care what nobody say, use your brain. This girl clearly set him up because think about it. She posted the location. That don't seem weird to y'all? And I was sitting there like, I was stuck for a minute. I'm like, so you okay? So your logic is her doing something that millions of people, even you, because I feel like I've seen you do it, millions of people do on a daily basis means that she for sure is a conspiracy or accessory to a murder. That she said someone because she posted a location of her eating chicken, which she and other people do all the time. So that to you was concrete evidence that she set up her boyfriend to be murdered and killed. Like
Also,
I'm
again,
like that doesn't
literally
even
anybody could
logically
have done.
make sense.
If I would have went to Wawa today and saw Beyonce, I probably would have posted like Beyonce's in a Wawa right now. Like I probably would have
Right,
posted it
right.
too. If someone happened, someone walked in and slapped Beyonce, would y'all blame me for it?
Yeah, you might as well have hung it up. You have been blamed. The
Yeah, like
beehive ate you up.
that's wild. Like I just don't. But no, we need to get in because she
Oh,
definitely and again, my problem with Nikki. The tweet itself was very accusatory. First of all, and I read so the tweet read it. Wow, the
read it.
tweet read. What's going on today? Listen, this after work. The tweet read after pop. There's no way we as rappers or our loved ones are still posting locations to our whereabouts to show waffles and some chicken. Quote unquote. He was such a pleasure to work with. Condolences to his mom, family. This makes me feel so sick. Blah blah blah. Honestly, the second part of that tweet should have been the only thing she tweeted.
Uh-huh.
That literally
Right.
should have been it. It should have been like, wow, this is so sad. Let's move on. But my thing is, Nikki, you have the barbs. Sure that now you tweeting this is going to add so much fuel to the fire because now you
Mm-hmm.
have an entire fan base now thinking the same thing. But the one she did get a lot of backlash. Like a lot of people were like, Nikki,
Yeah,
delete
it
this.
was hard.
Like,
Yeah, it
girl,
was
she feels
bad
bad enough.
backlash.
But regardless, again, Nikki is such a public figure that you have to watch again what you tweet because you know certain things
Mm-hmm.
are going to get back to people. You know what I mean? And
Right.
which is weird because other celebrities were just like, child. Now I don't want to bring Cardi into it, but Cardi did tweet something later on, which was great. She said, "Just was looking for PnB looking at PnB's baby mom's Instagram. He was in a bad location, and people stay outside plot. Very irresponsible and inconsiderate to blame her for something so tragic. We should be sending nothing but love to her and her family at this time. her and his family at this
Mm-hmm.
time. And I'm like, thank you, Cardi,
Right.
because and again, as I'm not a carb nor a barb, so all y'all barbs and carbs can leave me alone. What I'm That was a much better tweet to send out versus what Nikki tweeted at that moment. Nikki could have just been like, "This is so sad. Rest in peace to him. Love to his family." X, Y. You didn't really have to even mention the baby mom at all. Like
Right.
you didn't have to
And
mention
like
her at all.
right. And then it was like, and people who's in a public figure, you would think that they would have learned the art of wordsmithing. So like, may in law school we learned this a lot. Both of us being psychology majors, I feel like we learned a lot about communication and pretty much knowing that there's a way to get out a message and still there's certain ways you can say stuff to still make your point, but still be sympathetic or still get a certain point across. Like literally, if she still, even if she wanted to say that day, it could have been the second half of her tweet, sending love to her family and saying it makes her so sad. That could have been the first post. And then maybe later on, even if she still wanted to post that, if she felt in her heart she wanted to post that, she could have literally said something like, please everyone, I really implore people to please be careful about posting locations because it is dangerous out here and we don't want to continue to see these tragedies, but still this senseless violence has to stop because no one should be able, no one should have to deal with this in society or
This
something.
is why
She could have said something
they
like
need
that.
social media managers.
Right.
Media managers take Nikki
Exactly.
phone away.
And that's
Take
why
her
some
home.
celebrities don't touch their own social media because you got to think things through the way you write it and stuff like that. And it can be, you can write things in a certain way to get your point across and still be sensitive. But like you're right, yeah, some celebrities really shouldn't. Like if I was somebody's manager, I'm like, you're not touching your phone. Or okay, if you want control over your own social media, we doing a 3-month communications and public relations course about wordsmithing, word choice, and everything. Like,
No, seriously.
I don't know.
I'd have been there. Like I would have these accounts set up. Like, listen, you can tweet it, and then it immediately goes into pending, and jump in and be like, no,
Nope.
no,
Mm-mm.
Nikki, I'm deleting this. Nikki, no, Nikki, no, we're not
Right.
doing this. Like, oh my
Right.
goodness, like it's just wild, and like so many other celebrities are just like, this is sad, rest in peace. This is sad, which it is, but it's like, why are you immediately going to hatred of women again? Just like it really be the hatred of women. It really do, because a
Mm-hmm.
man got killed, and the first thing y'all did was go to the and be like, "Why is this
Right.
your fault, you hussy?
Right.
What's going
You
on here?"
not you hussy,
Like it's
but
like, oh
right.
my gosh, she didn't. She like,
Oh gosh,
girl,
it's
what?
just.
Like that's like, I know what was it? I was reading a lot. I read a lot of like celebrity blinds, and was it Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa Bryant? How I think she might have like a little like boo thing or whatever, but like I think
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't want to like come out with it because of backlash. And it's like, of course, I mean, yeah, she wants to maybe move on with her life. Like, I mean, of
Right.
course,
Yeah.
but it's like again,
Yeah.
y'all probably gonna go blame the woman again.
Mm-hmm.
When again, she didn't even do nothing.
Right. Right. Is it? And that's why I said, especially when, like, first of all, like I said, the victim blaming thing in this country is crazy. Like, first of all, I mean, you see it often with cases of rape when women are raped, and then there's this whole, oh, but what was she wearing? Did she? Why? And you hear, oh my gosh, why would she go to that party by herself with all these men and stuff like that? But I'm like, at the end of the day,
And
I don't
right
care.
there in that
A
sentence,
girl,
right there in that sentence proves exactly where y'all be messing up at. You're like, with all these men. So men just seem like it's the problem. So why
right?
are y'all
And
blaming
I'm
this
like,
girlfriend with this thing?
right, and I'm like, I don't care. She, first of all, in that situation, a woman should be, if she wants to, she should be able to go into a frat party with all men in her panties and still come out without any harm, unwanted touching, or unwanted comments. That's at the end of the day, because the issue is rape culture. The issue is not what someone's wearing, what someone's doing. And the same instance with this. The issue isn't in posting your location. The issue is that people feel like they could come and rob and kill people. And I still don't understand people. Like, I don't. morally, I just don't understand this stuff. Like, I kill a
You're not
spider and
gonna
then
get
kind
away
of feel
with
bad,
it.
right?
First of all, if he
Right.
like, there's no way in the world people know what people be wearing. If I go commit, like, I go steal Nicki Minaj chicken wing chain, somebody gonna look at that and be like, ain't that Nicki Minaj chicken wing chain? Didn't she say there was someone stole it? Somebody's gonna come
Right.
get you. You can't sell it nowhere. So let's say he do take his Cuban link chains. Where you gonna take it to? Where you gonna take it to?
Right. Probably
Like,
like
people love
black market
people love
dealers. They
way too much to allow this to happen. So it's like, truth be told, honestly, you could have just took him. You wasn't gonna get that far with him unless you really sell him. And depending on who it is, you might not want to. You might sell it to the right person. But
right. Right.
it was just wild that y'all immediately go to fault, except for the person who actually did it. The only person right now they're playing right now is the person who did it.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's a psycho. It just the whole United States on both fronts. It just we need some psychology board until we need some therapist board because first of
We need
all,
therapy
the
on.
inconsiderate nature of people to blame someone for their boyfriend's death after they just watched them die right in that moment is just wild. The crazy psychological state that you have to be in to actually go murder and gun down someone and then go order a chicken wing platter afterwards and act like you did nothing still baffles my mind. Like, it's just like, what is wrong? Like, I'm really just started like, what is wrong with y'all? That's my question. Like, what is wrong? Like,
We
what is wrong?
need another Lambert 4 time. We need a meteor to just take
No,
us
man.
smooth off this rock that's floating in the air, and we need to start all over
No.
again because
No,
humanity,
we just need
society
to.
has gone. Okay, it's done. It's
And it's
done.
not everybody, so we just need
Jesus,
to do. We just need to do a
Moses,
test.
come down.
No, we
Try
just
it
need a test
again.
that send people. We
Send the
need because
flood.
they wanted to send people to Mars, but it's too far. We just need to do a test, and all the people who fail the common sense test, they are volunteers to send to Mars for their several year mission.
Send them to Mars and bring that space. Take it back. Don't even go to Mars. Drop them off on Venus. Drop them off on Mercury. I don't even care where y'all go. Drop them off on the sun. I don't even care what planet y'all go to. Make sure just push them out the bus. Miss Frizzle, we need Miss Frizzle.
No.
Miss Frizzle, please. We need you. We need your help.
Oh god.
Take them. Come take them.
I just cannot.
Take these
But
people.
I think today was just going to be a quicker episode than normal since we already posted this week. We just had to do a little sound off on that matter this week because it's just
we're up on the Patreon.
right.
Y'all gotta pay for this episode.
Right. Think about okay, never mind. We don't want to hear it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, like this is just wild.
Thank you for listening. And
the moral of this podcast episode: stop being stupid. Stop being stuck on stupid. That's the moral of it. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, let us know if you like these shorter episodes and if you have any episode ideas, topics you want to hear, and suggestions. We will be listening.
DM us.
We want to know.
Say email. Please don't email us because email's good. But DM us. DM us on the Instagram. Tweet us on Twitter. Comment on our Spotify. I don't know. Vote us. Rate us 5 stars on the Spotify.
Right. All right.
Woo.
See y'all.
Well, see you next week. Well, see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.